Have you ever looked at your to-do list and thought, I was busy all day, but what did I even do? Nothing got done. That was me. Until I figured out how to schedule my days and work only 3 hours every single day. Now, you might be saying, Jackie, hold on. That sounds utterly impossible. You've got to be lying. Okay, I know. You might be wondering, how the hell do you work 3 hours a day? It sounds impossible, but trust me, it's not. And I'm going to show you exactly how in this video. Your task list might look like a CVS receipt. Absolutely endless. I mean, at least the CVS receipt gives you coupons. Your task list just gives you endless anxiety. Too much to do. Ah! So you're in Slack, you're in ClickUp, you're in Asana, you're in Trello, you're in your email, you're in your DMs, you're in Canva, you're on your social media, you're in your social media. And somehow, despite being spread all out, doing all these things, you're still finding yourself falling behind every single day. You've tried batching, you've tried time blocking down to the minute of your day. You even decided to try waking up at the crack of dawn because that's what highly effective people did. And it caused you to be reactive instead of leading in your business. Not only is it utterly exhausting to be reacting constantly, but it's also completely unsustainable. So if you are plain tired of feeling this way and you are ready for a change, hit that like button so I know that you are on this journey with me. Trust me, I've been there, done that. And you know what? You don't have to be stuck in it either. Let's bust this myth.
Myth busting!
I really hate this one because it is just so pervasive. We are all thinking it, we're all told it, and for some reason, we just keep believing it, that more hours equals more results. And that is just utter bullshit. She said a bad word. In fact, there's even studies on how working more doesn't mean more productivity or getting more stuff done. There was a Stanford study in 2014 that showed if you worked over 50 hours a week, productivity sharply declined. And if you went over 55 hours a week, well, it just flatlined and it had signed a DNR before it did. So that means that all that time you think you should be working, it's not actually helping productivity in the end. So here is another myth buster. Productivity has nothing to do with time. And guess what? Time management also has nothing to do with time, despite time being in the title. Being productive is not about controlling your time. It's about being very clear about what needs to get done. When you know exactly what you have to do, you can get it done with a lot less time. And the bonus? A lot less stress. Oh. So if you watched the last video, I talked about the EMA filter or method, and I use this to learn how to prioritize my tasks. When you think everything is urgent and everything is important, this can lead to overload. And then that's going to lead to exhaustion, and then it leads to really low productivity. So every week I plan because, like I said before, when you know where you're going, it's a lot less stressful and a lot more gets done. So I make a plan at the beginning of the week, and every day I am applying the EMA filter. It's almost like automatic at this point because I use it so much. When you learn how to prioritize your tasks, you can start working towards those 3-hour days, and you can get so much done in just those 3 hours. Before you even open your computer, before you even sit down to start working, you want to also ask yourself a few questions. You want to ask, is this task list moving my business forward? Is there anything on it that I can let go or delay later this week? What can I systemize or automate later to take more off of my plate? Really, all this does is take less than 10 minutes. I would say maybe 5. It's basically checking in on your plan because once you know what's going to happen that day, it really cuts down on the chances of you deflecting into busy work and then wasting your time on stuff that doesn't even move your business forward. I want to challenge you to use this for 1 week. So when you look at your to-do list and apply this EMA filter, I want you to circle 3 tasks. And you want to make sure that these are generating revenue for your business, they're also bringing visibility to it, and it gets your clients some pretty awesome results. I would definitely recommend work on that first, because you do have to learn how to prioritize what's going to move your business forward before going on to this next step. I'm able to make a 3-hour day because I did some energy mapping. This is not some woo-woo, lifetime 30-day thing you need to do. All you have to do is kind of look at the patterns of your daily energy. How is it flowing? When are you feeling most energetic? When are you feeling the least energetic? Every day is not going to be the same, but you're going to see some patterns. Once you map this, then you can start planning your 3-hour workday. And this is how I divide up my 3-hour workday. Hour 1 is always dedicated to me and my business. The second hour is dedicated to anything that's creative. So maybe that's creating content or working on the website, creating offers, or figuring out how can I put more value into my social media content or into my YouTube videos. Hour 3, this is usually at the tail end of my high energy peak, and that's when I'm going to start putting in the lower energy tasks that I need to do. So anything with admin, answering emails, checking in with clients. I may schedule a client meeting during this time, but that's what this hour is dedicated to. Right now, you're probably saying, well, we're not going to have 3 hours a day every day to work on this stuff. And I want to say, you're right. We're human. Of course, we're not going to have super high energy days. I don't even have constant high energy days. I mean, I have twins. I'm a mom. I have to work on this business, take care of myself, and take care of a family. It's a lot. Some days I don't have that much energy. But even with this system that I have to create that 3-hour day, even if I don't have the energy, maybe I'm only able to work 2 hours, or maybe I can only do 30 minutes. The point is that once you learn how to prioritize your tasks on what's most impactful, and you kind of have this idea of the energy that flows through your day, it helps create a lot less guilt when you have those days where you just don't have the mental capacity to handle anything. And when you consistently use these methods and filters, it helps you build more confidence in yourself, especially when you're making decisions and working on your business. Try this out and see if it works for you. So the secret to shorter workdays isn't more focus, it's less friction. This incredibly, almost too simple shift in how I approach my day not only allows me to enjoy my mornings more, but I'm not chasing every single new productivity app or tool or hack. I'm also enjoying working again. I actually look forward to it. And seriously, that's the truth. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe and also the notification bell so that you get notified when videos drop every Friday. Or if you're binging this series, just hit the next button. If you want to start making even more simple shifts, join my free 7-day super simple systems challenge. Wow, that's a tongue twister. But you get 7 days of email prompts. They're super simple, take less than 10 minutes to implement, and it helps you build systems that are going to work with your daily energy and natural rhythms instead of drop kicking them into the baseball field across the street.